era, as Sudeep sir also said, it marks up the era of lot of information and data in different forms. Your Facebook, your WhatsApp, the other automation that took place. So it a lot of data and information emerged, and because of this, AI could actually play a very important role in shaping up the businesses. AI became the heart of 4IR, which helped businesses to analyze, predict, and report. This era was characterized by many technologies that helped in seamless integration. Uh, these are various technologies like big data analytics, cloud computing, augmented reality, robotics, cyber security, 3D printing. All these technologies, uh, they came into a real application in this era. With the addition of quantum computing, now people are also talking about Industry 6.0. Now, all these technologies, as I mentioned, like AI, big data analytics, cloud computing, blockchain, AR, VR, IoT, quantum computing, 3D printing, they have changed the entire dynamics of the way consumers, industries, or businesses they are operating. These technologies have been termed as disruptive technologies as they have brought a lot of disruption in the way these industries they were working. And these technologies have led up many innovations that have changed the way society thinks. For example, the use of 3D technology to print patient specific prosthetics and implants. So this is one very small example that talks about how these technologies uh, play a very important role in how we were thinking things are working. How women are impacted in this era. What I think is that women will be empowered through digital literacy that will close the gender gap. As Neelam ma'am was saying, that when you have two children in your house and you are not very good financially, the families usually choose to teach their male child. So, having digital literacy through AR and VR, it is going to help women to be empowered by literating themselves and closing the gender gap. Uh, if we talk about women in technology, uh, overcoming these barriers and building inclusive workspaces, as Sudeep sir was also talking about inclusion. So it is important to identify what are the barriers and try to build inclusive workplaces where women can contribute to this technology field. AI and machine learning, these are very good opportunities for women who are working in technology, as these are the technologies where through which they can uh, contribute by working from home also. IoT can be used for developing uh, safe environments for women so that they can move around freely without any worry. Cybersecurity careers can also uh, help addressing the gender imbalances where women can contribute with respect to cybersecurity. Now, apart from many other domains where women can contribute, uh, before that, we can see some data that tells us about what is the status of women as of now. According to UNESCO, less than 30% of the researchers that are working in STEM, they are women. Uh, according to a report of Financial Express, um, overall STEM workforce of women in India is around 27%, which is very marginally lower than the global average, which is of 30%. So, though this participation has increased, but we need to take care as to how more women can contribute to this industrial revolution 4.0. These 4IR technologies have led to increased automation, predictive maintenance, self optimization of processes, and all these are the areas where technology women can contribute. Today, in our session, we are talking about uh, two major things: how women are being affected by 4IR, and about the women who are innovating in this space. So, women, like all other workforce, they are also having opportunities and threats. We saw some of the opportunities just now. Um, the threats, as ma'am was also talking about, there are some threats that are common to women who are working. So, though there was a thought that 4IR might result in job losses, but what I think is it is opening new doors for the skilled employment. Um, all these technologies, they offer incredible benefits, and they are likely to improve the quality of life of people all over the world, including the women. Uh, the threats that we just now heard from ma'am, uh, one basic threat is limited access to technology education in many parts of the country. Limited access to employment opportunities is also there, as people are not ready to send their daughters to move to other countries, other cities and countries to work. Given that some women are also involved in family and workspace, they may not be able to do work-life balance, and many women, they leave their job after struggling between this balance. But an interesting thing is that now most of the organizations are asking women to join back. Some guidelines that can be discussed and shared for inclusion of women. We need to invest in the early age of girls so that we can motivate them to take up science, STEM careers. Women are currently under represented in the field of, and thus we need to motivate them to take up more about the engineering and ICT careers. We need to challenge the perception that technology is not for women or girls, and need to expose girls more to STEM and empower them so that they can contribute more towards the future of 4IR technologies. We also need to ensure that they can create the technologies that help us to avoid and replicate the older gender stereotypes and inequalities in digital space. We have many women who are actually contributing uh, towards this development. Let me just quickly show you uh, how how these women, they are contributing to this field. Just a quick recap. Just a minute. Now, these are the women who are really contributing towards these four IR technologies in various parts of the world. We have Fifi Lee. She is the co-director of Human Centered AI Institute at Stanford University. She is known for her pioneering work in computer vision and ImageNet project, which is very important for the people who are researching in the images. Then we have Daphne Kohler. She's co-founder of Coursera, and she has a drug discovery startup using the artificial intelligence. She is renowned for her contributions to machine learning and computational biology. Then we have Dr. Rana. She is co-founder and CEO of Effectiva. She is a specialist in emotion recognition technologies and AI ethics. Then we have Cynthia Brazil. She is associated professor in MIT, and she is the director of the robotics group at MIT Media Lab. She is a leader in the field of social robotics and human robot interaction.
Excuse me, ma'am. Your slides are not moving. Can you
Okay,
please move your slide? Thank
I'll
you.
just, okay. Thank you for telling. I'll share it again. Now is it moving? Okay, thank you. Uh, then we have Manuela Veloso. She is heading the AI research at JP Morgan Company. She is a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. She is known for her multi-agent systems. Michelle Simmons, she is working in quantum computing. She is professor of physics at University of New South Wales. So these are many examples. We can see that these ladies, these leaders, they are working in various areas of 4IR technologies. These are some women from India who are working in these technologies. They are representing women leaders in India. So we have many examples. Need is that we encourage girls so that they can fill up this space, and they can fill up this space, and they can increase the percentage of women who are contributing to this domain. Uh, by this, I will wind up my session. Thank you once again for inviting me for this lecture.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable insights. Now we have the esteemed privilege of inviting our honorable guest and esteemed faculty member to perform the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. Please come forward.
Maybe Thompson.
सरस्वती मंदिर पर स्टूडेंट्स भी आ रहा है।
क्या प्ले करने क्या प्ले करने के लिए रुकिए 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 जूम कर
Women entrepreneurs. हमने इनोवेशन एंटरप्रेन्योर कुछ नहीं छोड़ा है. शेयर कर दीजिए ताकि वहाँ पर सबको विजिबल हो जाए. और मैम की स्लाइड इसी में इसलिए शेयर.
क्लिक तो करिए विंडो पे। हाँ, अब जो इनकी स्लाइड कौन सी है? ये वाली, इस पे क्लिक करिए, अब शेयर करिए।
Proceeding on with the event, now I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Parul Yadav ma'am, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, IT Lucknow. She is also Associate Dean and Research Generation and Alumni Relations AKTU. She has worked as a visiting faculty at Robert Morris University, United States. Her area of expertise is data science and analytics and machine learning. She has an outstanding publication record and several funded projects on her name. She has delivered many technical talks at national and international universities. Ma'am, please share your enriching thoughts with us.
Hello. Greetings to all the dignitaries present over here, all the attendees present online and offline mode. So here I will be delivering a talk on transformative impact of AI. So basically I will be having interactive session. We all will participate with the session. So first is we will talk about this AI. So I will start from the very basics and I will try to tell where the industries are moving, what are the challenges with the industries, and what is my research in that dimension. So let us proceed. First is AI. AI term is given by McCarthy in 1956, and actually AI stands for two terms: artificial intelligence, right? So let us first elaborate what is artificial intelligence. I'll explain artificial, and I ask you what is intelligence. So artificial means which is something man-made, which is not natural, and so this is artificial, which we have developed. Now, can you define what is intelligence? I'm giving you a hint. Basically, in AI, what we will try to design intelligence in an artificial device, right? We will try to design intelligence in some man-made device. Now, the term what is intelligence? Can anybody try to think about it? We every day we are using AI, we are using all the apps, we are using everywhere. But do you think what is intelligence? Can anybody try to think on it? Yes. What is your intuition? Whatever is coming in your mind. Anybody please raise your hand. Ability to perform an action. Yes, good. Very good. Anybody else who want to add something? Cognitive abilities, very correct. So, we are engineers and choose in applied sciences. So, I expect more answers. So, what is intelligence? Yes. Predictions, to make predictions. This is one of the application. So, what is actually here? on this earth, actually, human beings are considered to be intelligent. So what we can say that we want to build intelligence in the man-made system. And what kind of intelligence? Human-like intelligence. Right? Now, what we will try? We'll try that this machine should behave like a human. Right? Now, go deeper. What is behavior according to you? You just see, suppose you are having some machine and you want to give intelligence to it. So, and you want to show that it should behave like human. Now, what is behavior? What kind of behavior do we expect to be done by a machine or a system? Behavior means one said thinking ability or the cognitive abilities. So basically we'll focus on the thinking and acting ability of human in the machine. Right? So this is one theory where we will try to implement thinking and acting ability into the machine. Right? But human beings, we are the human beings, every time we don't want to behave intelligently. Sometimes we want to rest or don't want to behave intelligently. So what we can think that we will design a machine which performs a best possible behavior or do the best possible thing. So up to now, what basically we are talking about will implement behavior, human-like behavior or the best possible behavior into the machine. If I am talking about behavior, behavior means thinking ability and the acting ability. So according to this, there are four classes to define AI. First is based on I want to hide it. Okay. Which one is mine? This. So basically, there are two things: thinking and action, right? And based upon outcome performance, there are two measures: human-like or ideal performance, right? So these are the four theories. So first theory comes under cognitive science, where we want to design a system that thinks like human, the first class, right? But what happens? We are the human being. We think emotionally. Sometimes we think intuitively, emotionally, or maybe some other reasons. So if I ask somebody, whatever you thought, just pen down it. I want to implement my machine, design my intelligent machine based on your thinking. So every time a person will not be able to pen down everything, or otherwise he or she will try to cook up the things. So second class of this is that the system that thinks rationally. I mean, again the system is thinking, but it is showing the ideal behavior. So in this theory, we talk about theory of logics. Theory of logics means we will write the inferences, and through that we will derive some conclusion. So, but what is the limitation of it? Suppose, just imagine there is a hot surface, hot top is there, and I'll write the things on logics. So logic is like this is a hot surface, and if I keep touching the hot surface, my skin will burn. And to write an exam, I need to remove my hand. So if the system will take decision like that, then what will happen in the entire story? Hand will burn. So here the thing is, human take decision based upon reflexes also. So there should be some quick action for the reflexes. So this is another kind of theory. Other theories are that a system should act like human or the system should act rationally. So say for system to act like human, Alan Turing conducted a test, and in this test there are three rooms. In one room there is machine, in second room there is human, and third room there is a evaluator. So here the evaluator will ask question to human or the machine. Here the evaluator doesn't know in which room which being is there. So just question, if you send the question to both the rooms, in one room there is computer, another room there is human, they will process the question according to their intelligence and both of them will return the answer. Right? Now here, the evaluator will receive the answers. Now, if the interrogator cannot reliably distinguish from human or from the computer, then we can say computer thus possesses artificial intelligence. So this is the third theory. And the fourth theory is where the system should act rationally. Rationally means it should show the ideal behavior. So this is the fourth class of the artificial intelligence. Now let us talk about the applications of AI. So we know we are using
The music app suggests new songs you might like. Well, these are all thanks to artificial intelligence as an enhanced technology that enables computers and machines to think and learn like humans. It's like having a brain inside a computer. One of the most common ways we interact with AI is through virtual assistants like Siri or Google Assistant. These helpful companions can answer questions, set reminders, play music, and even control our smart home devices. They make our lives easier and more convenient. But AI isn't just limited to our phones and homes. It's making significant strides in the medical field too. Doctors and scientists are using AI to develop better diagnostic tools, identify patterns in patient data, and even assist in surgeries. This means quicker and more accurate diagnoses, leading to improved treatments and outcomes. AI is also revolutionizing education. Students like you can now access personalized learning platforms that adapt to your individual needs.
so we are using all the applications. You need to think like if you want to design such applications, what will be required?
Learning has never been so engaging and customized. Another exciting application of AI is self-driving cars. Imagine sitting in a car that drives itself while you relax or catch up on your favorite show. Self-driving cars use AI to perceive their surroundings, make decisions, and navigate safely on the roads. They have the potential to reduce accidents and make transportation more efficient. AI is even transforming industries like manufacturing. Robots equipped with AI can perform repetitive tasks with great precision and speed. This frees up our valuable time to concentrate on more comprehensive and creative aspects of their jobs. It's like having a team of tireless, super intelligent coworkers. And let's not forget about drones. These flying machines have become increasingly popular and are often used for aerial photography, delivering packages.
Alright, so we have seen the application of AI in all the sectors. It could be banking, it could be health sector, it could be education system. Here they talked about the auto-driven car also. Like recently I returned from US, so I would like to share with you one thing over there. Like I was driving car on the road and what experience I observed. Like I was driving simple automatic car, general automatic car which are available here. But somewhat automation was there. Like at US, there are two lanes in which we need to drive, and there are lanes. Fixed lanes are there in which you should drive. So what's the thing? When like suppose I went to highways also, so sometimes what happened, you just touch the white line or you just cross the white line, then it creates the alarm in the car. So I experienced that you can't move beyond the line. And there was automation, like if I set my car at cruise mode at India, then it's just like usually I set a speed 100 and set the cruise mode and to drive, then then whenever some obstacle come, I need to apply brake and cruise mode disappears, right? But what was happening over there? I set cruise mode there also, like suppose at the speed of their speed counted in miles per hour. So I set the speed like 70. Then what I observed when some obstacle is there or some car is there, it was automatically reducing the speed. It was not changing it from cruise mode to non-cruise mode, and it was taking care of the distance of 4 cars. Whenever I move, it tries to maintain my car within the lines also. So if I'm in cruise mode, it automatically sets the steering. Although it was not fully automatic, it was setting the steering and it was still be driving on the within the lines only. Same for the minor turns that were there. So I observed the difference in the cars also that were there. So this is the automation part that was used over there. So these are the applications of AI. So I was highlighting this point here because we are also using automatic car, they are also using automatic car, but the features were different, right? Even though we were using high-end cars, the features were different. Okay. So here up to now we talked about what is AI and what all are the applications of AI. Now, to design any application, we need data because we will be designing some machine learning model. Machine learning means this is a sub branch of AI, and in machine learning, we train the machine, we design the machine to perform some task, and the machine learns with experience and it improves its performance, right? So to do that task, we need to pass data to the machine. So nowadays in the digital world, data is available everywhere, right? So we can say data is a new water. But when we go to design some product, then we need the data, right? Any predictive system, as sir said, talk about the predictive system. So we need the data. Now, how to collect the data? Now, from now, I will be focusing only on the data part, not on the design and implementation part. I will focus on the data part, and this is very important part to design any model, right? Usually we focus least on that part. So just I would like to make you focus on this point. So if we are talking about data, we can collect it using primary measures or the secondary measures. Primary measures mean with respect to your research, you can do the surveys, you can do interviews, observations, through observations or experiments you can collect the data, or for the secondary you can perform some literature reviews, you can do web scraping, commercial websites. So there are many means to collect the data, right? So with respect to your research question, you can collect the data. So even then you are collecting the data, there are challenges with the real data. Real data means the data which is original, which is available in original form that you may be collecting through primary or secondary means. So, but there are the challenges with the data, with the real data. First is we have the data compliance rule, like General Data Protection Regulation and CCPA or HIPPA. So we have the rules which impose restrictions on the organization that we cannot share private or sensitive data across the organization. So even though one organization has collected the data, but it cannot share the private or sensitive data due to the regulations imposed by these rules, right? So another thing, even though if we are sharing, then another issue is privacy issue in collecting the real data. Sometimes people don't share all the information with us. On second, if we have collected the data and we are sharing the data, then second is the issue of the security breaches. So these are the challenges with the real data. Now look at the thing when we want to design ML model. So an ML model we need the data. So the issues will be the data set can be the small small data set. We can have imbalanced data set. Small data set means you are collecting the data, but it is in small in size, and this is not appropriate to train the model. So usually people what do? They go for data augmentation. In data augmentation, what we do, we take a single image and we perform some geometric and color transformation onto it, and we create many images. Like here you can observe the same images here, but we have it rotated in 45 degree, minus 45 degree, or some geometric transformation, shifting like that. So we just augment the data using a single data set. Sometimes what happens, you did suppose a DAS survey and all, and you want to train your model, but it is imbalanced in nature. Imbalanced means suppose there is some rare disease. So it will have some yes or no cases, and if it is rare disease, then the instances of having disease will be lesser than the instances of not having the disease. So you can't train the model with such imbalanced data. Now another thing is, sometimes we want to design new product, application testing, or we want to go for simulation analysis. For that also we need appropriate data. So, to deal with all challenges of real data, one solution to deal this problem is to use synthetic data. Right? So, what is synthetic data? Synthetic data is a data which is artificially generated data. So, how do we do? We take the original real data, then we use some model over here, some tool over here, which captures the statistical property of the data, the nature of the data, and then it creates the artificial data, which we call as a synthetic data. And this synthetic data doesn't carry our personal or private information. So, what is the idea over here? Like this is the original data, and using the model, we have captured the pattern of the data. It will not copy the point at the same location. So it is just retaining the structure of the original data, but it is not same as the original data. So one solution to solve this problem is the synthetic data. And nowadays, majority of industries, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, everyone are using synthetic data to train their model also. I'll show you a few examples here only. So just see how to generate synthetic data. This is the real data that we have collected. We will apply model to it, which will capture the properties of the data, and then the tool will generate the synthetic data. Right? Now let us first explore which are the industries. Okay, first the properties of data. Synthetic data will be the brand new data because it is artificially generated. We can scale, modify it, upgrade or share it because this is not carrying no personal or private information at all. Next, it contains no personal information. Since it is not having any personal information or real information, so there is no issue of security breaches, and it can easily use in the product development. So these are the properties of synthetic data. What could be the type of synthetic data? It can be any type, like real data. It could be tabular data. It could be time series data. It could be images, audios, videos, anything, right? So it can have any shape, whatever you can imagine. So let me explore the application where the industries are using synthetic data. So how many of you know this? Exam, you know well. Now I told you, I am telling you the application and everything, but you need to think like engineer. You need to think how to design it. So I'm not going into the designing the model. I'm just focusing on the data. So into the Alexa, if you give some question, it process and it answers it. You can ask question in English, you can ask in Hindi, and you can ask in native language. And sometimes you need to write proper question. You can just say few keywords and it answers. So how actually Amazon did it? Amazon used synthetic data to train the model. So see, capturing real data for all future scenarios is not possible. Or it's possible, but it's very time consuming and expensive task. So what they did, they just captured few real instances and then created whole synthetic data and trained the model. So due to that, they were able to design this project in better way or in faster way. Right? Now, can you tell yourself some more examples that you have used in day-to-day life? This is Waymo, the self-driving car. This is a product of Google, right? So this is self-driving car. It is more than automation that I just told you, right? So it is driverless car, we can say. So what they did, they captured the road structure, and what Google did, Google injected the traffic, manipulated the speed of the vehicles artificially. So they trained all the models for this using the synthetic data. What happened due to that? They were able to gauge the model, they were able to check the performance in lesser time and in better way. So, nowadays around 60% data is synthetic data. You might not be having this figure because what we do whenever we do research, we just go to Kaggle, UC repository, we just download the data, train the model, and get the result. We are least bothered, we give least preference to the kind of data we are having. But this is very, very important aspect. So this is one example, Waymo. Do you have any other example in your mind? I'll just show you few industries like insurance company. They use synthetic data to design products in better way. This is the healthcare company which is using medical data for their clinical research, synthetic medical data. This is the Anthem which is working with Google Cloud, and they are using synthetic data for insurance purpose. And this is the finance sector where the synthetic data is used. So in all the dimensions, industries are using synthetic data to work with. Now I told you up to now we discussed the applications of AI and what are the challenges with the real data and how to solve it. We can solve it using the synthetic data. And I have presented here few industries which are already used, which have already used the synthetic data, right? So let's go deeper. How to use synthetic data? So in synthetic data, three things are important. First is what you can do, if you are doing work on AI or ML or you're collecting the data, you will see that on portals also there are many websites where synthetic data is available. So you can just search, you can go to that link, and you can download your data for your application, biomedical or civil engineering, wherever, whatever you have, you can download the data and you can work with that. Second is, tools are also available. You can go and now search today only the tools for synthetic data generation. Tools are also available. You can go to that tool, you can pass your real data, and it will give you the instances of the generated data. Another thing is the third class in which I am doing research, we can design our own tool to generate the synthetic data. So let's see, first class where we have directly download the data. So what is the thing? That the data that we are using to train the model, it should be accurate, consistent, and easy to maintain over time. So important thing, what is the quality of the data? What is the accuracy of the data? If you are downloading the synthetic data, then it should mimic the real picture of the real data. It should carry the same statistical property. So, although you have downloaded the synthetic data, you might not be knowing the quality of it. So, if you are downloading it directly through the Google sources, you need to ensure what is the quality. If you are using the tools